Advanced Performance Management orientation session for the attempt March 26 and June 26. This is your instructor Rizwan Maniya. I hope you all are doing well. Kindly please everyone confirm, is my voice clear to all of you? And can you see the video clearly? Is the voice, everything clear at your end? Kindly confirm, please. Okay, thank you very much for the confirmation. I welcome you all to Virtual Institute for Higher Education, known as VIFHE, and I'm your instructor Rizwan Maniya. I teach this paper, and this paper is something I really love teaching. And this paper has provided me lots of success, thanks to God and the hard work of the students. So right now, in the session, there would be two different groups of students who are taking the session. The first would be those who are already enrolled. They have made the payment. They are part of the batch. They might have started watching the portal as well. So for you all, this is a very important session. For you all, this session will be a good starting point, will give you a lot more clarity as to what needs to be done. Okay? The other group of students would be relating to those who are still thinking, should we join APM? Should we give APM? Should we join VIFHE for APM? So there might be a lot of questions and questions in their mind that they want to be answered. So again, this session will give you a very good idea about the paper, what APM is about, how useful the paper will be for you people, and how exactly VIFHE will teach you APM, okay? And what's the track record that we have as far as APM is concerned. So first of all, I would like to start with a brief introduction about myself. As I said, that I love teaching this paper, and since last 18 years, I am into teaching of ACCA. My paper includes PM, FM, and APM. And I've conducted lots and lots of webinars for this paper of APM along with PM, and there have been so many position holders for this paper. So approximately 63 plus position holders were my students in all the three papers. And if I just talk about APM, so as I said, a very good track record. I just share with you people. Many students have managed to become the position holders in their respective country in APM. I know people do say a lot of bad things about the paper. They consider paper to be a bit difficult, and there are so many humors about the paper. No, nothing. What I believe is, if you are committed, if you are ready, if you want to pass, if you are ready to follow the guidelines, if you are ready to follow the plans from day one, so this paper is not difficult. In fact, it's a very good paper. It's a very good opportunity for you people to understand the business in a better way, okay? Or even prepare yourself for working at the higher level, at the strategic positions in different organizations. Now, as I said the word different organization, I mean it. Why? Because this paper will give you flavor for many different business sectors, of many business different sectors, which means it will prepare you for different business areas, and anywhere you go and work, you will perform. You can perform, and you can work with the strategic management. That's the best part, right? So a let's look what was achieved by my students in September 25 attempt, the previous attempt. There were 6 positions in 3 papers that I teach. In fact, in all the papers that I teach, PM, FM, APM, with most number of positions in advanced performance management. Yes, 4 positions in 4 different countries, including Bangladesh, India, Bahrain, so Nepal, which means there have been a lot of students who managed to become position holders in APM in the last September 25 attempt. And if I just tell you the overall the overall position holders for APM, so in all these years that I'm teaching, so it's 42. The head count is 42 plus position holders were my students from different parts of the world in this very paper of APM, right? So it clearly shows that students like these who are committed, who followed the plan, who took the challenge, they not only passed APM but also became position holders. And it's not like that they secured marks like 51, 52. No, there were so many students whose marks were above 80. So that's a big, you know, achievement, to be honest. The 4 students who managed to grab position in the September 25 in APM are these 4 students that you can see in front of your screen, and they managed to grab the positions in APM in the previous attempt of September 25, taking the total tally to 42 plus positions. So my friends, now it's your turn. Now it's your turn. Now it's your chance to become a position holder in your part of the world. You might be taking session from different areas. So don't waste this opportunity. Cash this opportunity. Okay? All right. Now, first of all, I will start with the basics and the base paper that is a one that starts the discussion about APM. And that base paper is simple, clear performance management. And at the same time, it's very clear that you need to understand that you are no more a kid now, which means you have to step up. You have to step up from PM to APM. Yes. You need to step up from PM to APM. You need to realize this, that this is not performance management exam. And one more thing I need to add here, because I see this a lot. There are many students who, not many to be honest, very few students who basically uh, are giving APM and they came from some exemption, they did something else. From that area, they came to ACCA, they got the exemptions, and now they are giving APM and they haven't given PM. So they are a bit concerned ones that what we do. So I simply want to give them a clear message. Look, if you came from some other qualification and you got some exemptions there, so the exemption was given to you based on the prerequisites you had in your mind. You must have covered the basics there. It's not that you will be listening to the basic things for the first time ever. It's not that you have never heard about what absorption costing is. Okay? It's not that you haven't ever heard about what variances are, what budgets mean. The, the basics are in your mind. Yes, I do understand you haven't given the ACCA exam of performance management, that is totally acceptable. But it doesn't mean that you cannot give APM, because the basics are in your mind, and I will ensure, even if you just remember the names, don't worry. The way I will teach, the way I will uh, cover the topics, I start from the basics, and from that basics, I will take you to the upper higher level. So don't need to worry about it. Now, coming back to where I was, those who are coming from the ACCA stream, they have given their PM. Step up, step up, because now you are a business consultant. Your position, the way of thinking has now changed. It's not a management accountant mainly who is now dealing with APM. No, you are a business consultant, and this is the most different thing. And when I say the word consultant, it should be very much clear that consultant is a very powerful word. Consultant is a very powerful term. And why I'm saying this and how will I justify that is very simple. Now, if you ever went to a health consultant, the answer would be yes. So, who is a health consultant? What's a good word for a health consultant? The word is a doctor. Yes, that's fine. Doctor is a health consultant. So, you call that person as a doctor, and doctor means someone who is a one that is an expert in relation to health related matters. So here you are a business doctor. You also will become a business doctor. You also will do PhD now in business. As the doctor is an expert, and you going to that doctor like a patient, you discuss everything with the doctor, you tell everything to the doctor. In return, doctor, being the specialist, has the expertise, will advise you according to your health issues. It's not that I'm going to the doctor and you also going to that same doctor, and the third person, the fourth person, and doctor is advising everyone the same thing. No, that's not the case. That is not true, because a good doctor will understand the situation of the patient individually, separately, and will advise that patient accordingly. It's not that there'll be best solution applicable for all. Okay, so there is no one best solution. Similarly, being a business expert, you also have to understand the situation of your patient. Now, who is your patient? Who is your patient? Your clients, your examination business scenarios. Those clients are coming to you, and you have to advise them, guide them, help them, support them. To do all those things, it is very, very important that you understand their business situation. You understand what exactly is in their mind or what they want you to do in return. So, this is very important. This is very crucial. Okay. So, as I said earlier, business consultant is what now you will be becoming in this paper, and that's a major step up. So when I say you are a business expert, so let it be a pharmaceutical business, or it may be a hospital or an education institute, XYZ, so many things. You have the knowledge, you have the understanding. That is what is expected from a student in this paper. And that is why there are so many different scenarios that you will be handling in this examination, with so many different varieties giving you a very good understanding about different business areas. So my friends, from day one, I want you to understand this, realize this, accept it from day one. And what are you required to accept? That you are a business consultant for me. From today, you are a business consultant for me. Not just for me, for the examiner as well. You are considered as a business consultant. So I want everyone, I always say this, I want everybody to write this in the chat box, that you are a business consultant. Please, everyone. Always think like a consultant. Always make up your mind. Whenever you're thinking about anything, any scenario, any business situation, just say to yourself that I'm a consultant, I'm an expert, okay? And then you read the scenarios. Whenever you read the scenarios like a consultant. Just imagine that this scenario is your business client who will be giving you 500,000 pounds for this consultancy, for this project. Just see then how motivated you will be, right? So read like a consultant. Then, obviously, when you read the scenario, then you're planning. So again, I would come back, think like a consultant before you write, and write like a consultant. Now, professionalism is important in writing the answers. So when I say write like a consultant, it clearly means that your answer should be according to the requirement, should be a professional answer, should be given in a way as a consultant answers. And last but not the least, dress like a consultant. Yes. On the day of examination. From day one, I want to give this message to all of you. Dress like a consultant. Dress like a consultant. Which means on the day of examination, when you will go for the paper in the upcoming March or June attempt, your dressing should be a professional one. Just imagine again, there are 3 clients who will come to meet you there. One will be a giant client having a weightage of 50 marks, then 2 small clients having a weightage of 25 marks each. And each client, or in fact the bigger one, will be signing a contract with you for 500,000 pounds, whereas the smaller ones will be signing a contract with you for 250,000 pounds, which means 1 million pound deal you will crack on that day. Will you dress like a normal person? Never. You will dress like a consultant, and your energy, your motivation to do the deal would be at its peak. And yes, passing APM, becoming ACCA, becoming affiliate and the member is a right step towards so many 1 million pounds deals. Is a step towards 1 million pound deals that you will be doing later on in your life. So that is clear to all of you now. Consultant. Okay? A business consultant. So let's dive into this and see what work exactly a consultant can perform, okay, or should perform. Now, starting from the first, comparison. A comparison between paper PM and paper APM. As I said, the base paper is PM, and I've already given this disclaimer that you do not have to worry, okay, as to what needs to be done if you haven't given PM before. I've already mentioned the basis are in your mind, the jargons are in your mind, and yes, I agree. And this is a fact even saying for those who came from the previous PM exam. People do not remember the concepts. People do not remember the concepts or things after giving the paper. So I agreed to that point. No need to worry. Rizwan Maniya, whatever I'll teach, I'll start from the basics. I'll start from the scratch. I'll lift you from the basics and will bring you to APM level. So no need to be worried about it. Now, how much APM is different from PM? So first of all, I just want to start with the topics that you will see in APM coming from the previous studies. Areas like activity based costing, areas like absorption costing, areas like target costing, areas like life cycle costing. Okay, then financial and non-financial performance, including the financial ratios, including models like balance scorecard, building block model. Okay, a bit, not very much about variances, not very much about variances. Mainly, it's planning and operational variances that you will see the recap here. Yes, something about budgets that you have covered earlier, like fixed budget, flexible budget, incremental budget, rolling budget, zero-based budget. I'll give you the recap of everything. Okay. Then some calculation that you did earlier in form of NPV, IRR. Okay. So you will see things coming from your previous studies, which I think is a good point, which means the bases are in your mind. You just need to brush up. You need someone who can recall it for you. So I'll do that. Okay. And I've already mentioned those who are coming from some other area, some other qualification, no need to be worried about it. Even if you don't remember a single penny, you will get the recap. Okay, you will get the recap. So approximately 60% area, 50 to 60% area, I feel is a one that is connected with previous studies, and obviously it will be because it's advanced performance management, right? So I hope this is clear. Now, a quick basic idea how the topics will be tested in APM. A very simple basic idea. I'll just give you a quick recap and then we'll give you the clarity about it. For example, at the PM level, topics like ABC and absorption costing were tested in such a way that they used to ask you to calculate the overhead cost as per absorption, overhead cost as per ABC, and you used to compare it whether the cost is going up, going down. So the level was not that much higher one here at that time. Okay, but now at APM, the focus is more on synthesis and evaluation part. Now, what it means at APM level, the question would ask you, should we opt for ABC? Should a company adopt ABC? Should a company implement ABC? So the decision is a totally different one. Here they are asking you whether to use this technique or not, and who does this work? Top tier. Who does this work? strategic people or high level people who decide, okay, yes, we have to implement, chat box la de. We have to implement, we have to implement target ABC. So how they decide, that's the question. See, they decide, they decide by understanding the circumstances of the business. Okay, by understanding the circumstances of the business. Okay, so they actually understand they actually understand what is the business need, what type of work are we doing. Now when I say this, what I mean, they will see, for example, our business is very much machine based work. We work in an environment which is a machine based environment. If it is a machine based environment, we need to manage overheads properly. We need to absorb overheads properly. If I say my total cost, so the major percentage in my total cost is relating to overheads. My overheads are very much significant. So if that is the case, it's better to use ABC rather than absorption costing. So basically what you are doing here, your work has changed. Your work is not only confined to do the calculations and work out the difference of the two techniques, the cost difference. Now the focus is more high level decision making work. Should we use this? Will this give us a good opportunity to ensure accurate cost, accurate prices, and this will help to improve business performance. This will help to improve the performance of the organization, performance management. Okay. So this is a difference when it comes to APM. A high level decisions, you are evaluating the use of ABC. Now, evaluating the use of ABC means, is ABC useful for X business or not? Okay, done. After a contrast or a comparison I did between PM and APM, now there is one more comparison to be done, is between SBL and APM. Yes, there has been a debate. People do ask a lot that should we opt for SBL first or APM first? So my answer to all of them is, it's up to you. ACCA has given you the liberty to decide which one you need to opt for. There is no condition on you anymore. So it's up to you. Whatever you prefer, you can do it. If you feel like, the better option for you is APM first, go with it. SBL first, go with it. Okay. But yes, these two do have a connection. Approximately 25 to 30% of the areas you will see similar between the two exams. But here I want to tell you one thing. Those of these students, and I'll ask first, right now, how many of you have given SBL already and now thinking and opting for APM? Please, can you reply in the chat box? All right. And how many of you will go with SBL later on and opting for APM first? Yes, please. Anyone who is appearing for APM first and will give SBL later on? Okay, I see majority in the first category that they have given their SBLs and now they are giving APM. I have a good news for both the groups of students. First, those who have given their SBL already and now are appearing for APM, the good thing is the 20 is that the 25 to 30% of the areas that you've covered in SBL, you will see those again here. I'll just list down the name. So that's the good part. But the bad part for them is they need to understand how the same topics like Porter 5 forces, pest analysis, SWOT analysis, BPR, Kaizen costing, quality cost, okay, KPIs, CSFs, how now these will be tested in APM. Obviously, you can't have the same questions in both the papers. So they need to understand and they need to ensure a transition from SBL towards APM. Now, a very important question that arises here is, who will do this for you? I, VIFHE, I will teach you in such a way that I will specify, will mention it that in APM, this is how porters now will be tested. This is how SWOT will now be tested. This is how pest would now be tested. Yes, you need to understand the difference. I will do this for you. I will guide you. I will explain you. It's my work, my job, my duty, my responsibility. You don't have to be worried about it. Now coming towards the second group of students, those who might have done APM, uh, who 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 might are opting for APM first now and will give SBL later on. For them, for them, for them, there is a good news. What is that? No transition required. No changing of mindset is required. Chill, relax. Whatever you will learn here only. So you don't have to understand the differences. That's the positive thing for them. What is the negative thing? They might not have covered the basics which they would have done in case of SBL, like they don't have the knowledge about pest model, Porter's 5 forces, SWOT analysis, BCG metrics. They're not clear about those topics. No problem. I am responsible. It's my work. It's my duty, my responsibility. I will take care. I will start first from the basics of the models. I will explain what Porter's 5 forces actually mean, what pest exactly is. And then once I will cover the basic, which will either be a good revision for those who have done it before and will be a good understanding for those who are doing for the first time. And then I will mention how this will be tested in APM. So the best part in this entire conversation so far is both the groups of students are safe, secured. Okay, done, khalas. Now then, a quick basic idea only for those who already have done SBL so they can quickly, simply relate the difference, where I don't have to go into a very huge detail about it, but just to give you a basic idea. See, APM has a more accounting focus, okay? And the focus is more towards measuring, controlling, and improving the performance in financial and quantitative sense. So the paper looks at the areas where the business can improve their performance. And if those improvements will be done, The business will grow. But for that to happen, you need to measure whether things are going good or not. Like we use thermometer to measure whether we are suffering from fever or not. We need something to measure it. Okay. Now, Porter's 5 forces, when you did Porter's in SBL, so this was used for which purpose? Can you guys please mention? In the meantime, let me write the similar topics, few similar topics. Let's see what you think about it. Okay. So there are other areas as well. Now, what and how you were using Porters to judge the competitiveness in the industry, to judge whether we can gain competitive advantage or not. Okay. So, for example, we were planning to start a business in some new area, new place. So, we were concerned that should we go into this or not. For that, what we used to do is we used to look at the threat of new entrants, bargaining power of suppliers there, bargaining power of customers there. We used to consider competition within the industry. We used to consider the threat from substitute products. And based on that, we used to conclude, okay, I should invest in this business. I should invest in this industry. It looks like a good one. It can provide me competitive advantage. Okay. But now the same porter in APM would be used in a bit different way. Okay. Would be used in a bit different way. And what will be that difference? So you need to understand this. You need to understand this that now Porter's 5 forces would be used in such a way to improve the performance of the business, like we already are doing a business in some area. Okay, we are already doing a business in some area, and we are facing such pressures like threat of new entrants, substitute, customers, suppliers. Okay, and now we want to actually measure the extent of those pressures. We want to measure the extent of those pressures, and once we will be able to measure it, then we can come up with some number 2. Then we can come up with some remedies and solution to overcome it to improve the business performance. So there are 2 things that we'll be considering here. Number 1, how to measure such pressures. How to measure such pressures. Number 2, how to handle it. What to do to improve the business performance. So just one quick example. Those who have already done it before, for them only I'm giving, just to give you the clarity. Like for example, threat of new entrants. So you need to have a KPI. What is KPI? If you can just recall, we call this as key performance indicator. In a very simple word, I can say measure. It's a measure. Like I said, thermometer is a tool through which you measure the fever. Similarly, we need thermometer here as well. And here the thermometer would be, measuring tool will be, for example, number of patented products. It's a performance measure. The number of patented products means what? It's a measure. The more patented products you have, the more patented products you have. So, for example, there are 10 products in the market, okay, and of those 10, 7 products belongs to you, and those are the patented ones. So what do you think? This measure is indicating that threat of new entrants is high for you. Come on, tell me. Or it is low for you. Having more patented products under your name means the threat of new entrant is low for you. It's a low threat. Okay? It's a low threat. Okay. One more example. One more example. Uh, threat of, sorry, bargaining power of suppliers. Okay. So a measure like, for example, I can say a measure here could be uh, discounts taken from the supplier, percentage discount taken from the supplier. It's a measure. Now, if you are able to, if you have to negotiate a lot with the supplier and you are not able to grab high discount, the supplier is not ready to give you such high discount, which means percentage discount is very less, very minimal, very small, very minor one. You're not able to grab high discount because suppliers are in a more commanding position. They say, or they use words like buy or go, buy or leave. We are not concerned. So in that case, that indicator, percentage discount, is indicating the bargaining power of supplier is high or low, high or low, high, high bargaining power. Now this measure is indicating high power. So here at APM, first work is to think what will be the measure to check this issue, what measures that I can think of. You have to come up with the measures. I will build that ability in you. I will build that basis in you, and you can come up with the measures then. Number two, once measures have been identified, the next is how to improve the performance, the second one. So B, now the bargaining power of supplier, as I said, was high, was high. So what would be the remedy to improve the performance? What would be the solution to improve the performance? What would be the way to secure yourself? So what we can do? Long, long-term contracts with the suppliers. Contracts, long-term contract with the suppliers, so that they do not go with forward integration. Confidentiality contracts. Those contracts will secure your business performance and it will help you to counter that threat or that issue, and it will give you stability in your business performance. So using the contracts, having long-term deals will help you to ensure that they do not come up with forward integration, for example. So as I said, in APM, I'm very sure now this is clear to the students that the focus is number one on measures to use and what actions one can take to improve the business performance. So this is what you need to keep in your mind when it comes to advanced performance management. And I have given you a good idea that how you will differentiate with SBL. Further, obviously, you will be looking a lot at different areas. For now, this is good to give you the clarity. As I said, 25 to 30% areas I will see are connected with SBL, and I've already discussed in a very detailed way how to handle it. So that is how uh, APM looks like, okay? And the bases are coming from the two areas. So I hope this is clear. Now, Now let's look into the syllabus areas of APM. Uh, I know, it will not be very clear to you now, but there are 4 areas into which your APM syllabus has been divided. The first is strategic planning and control. Second is performance management information system, development in technology. Yes, ACCA is very clear that they are moving towards technological developments. They are considering technological developments. In today's world of 2026 now, technology is playing a massive major role. Okay, there have been so many smart devices that are helping you to improve the performance, not at organizations only, but at your own household as well. Your own home is better controlled by these smart devices, because these smart devices not only control based on your instructions, but they also understand your behavior. They collect the data. They see your routine habits that you have done. And based on that, they make it more easier for you to control and handle the things. So yes, ACCA and APM looks at these technological developments because this helps business to become more efficient and hence improve the business performance. Followed by strategic performance measurement, and fourth is performance evaluation. The first 3 areas that I have marked here, 1, 2, 3, keep these 3 areas in your mind, because there is one important thing that I'll be telling you about these 3 areas, and also keep this in front of you. I'll be telling you one very important thing about area 4 as well. So this is what the basic difference is. Now, let's understand the paper structure. The paper will be for 3 hours and 15 minutes, which means you have 195 minutes in the examination. Okay? The paper will comprise of section A and section B. Section A would contain a 50-mark question, compulsory 50-mark question, and this 50-mark question will come from areas A, B, and C. So I just mentioned here in the previous slide. Just keep these 3 areas in your mind. So section A, 50-mark question would come from these 3 areas. Area 1, area 2, and area 3. Okay, clear? All right. Now, this 50-mark question, would include 40 technical marks and 10 professional marks. Professional marks. I will discuss in a very detailed way in a while what technical and professional marks exactly mean. Okay? And all the professional skills will be tested in section A, which means for these 10 marks, for these 10 professional marks, all the skills, professional skills will be tested. We'll discuss what professional skills are. So this was a bit about the section A question that I just gave you the idea. I hope this is clear to all of you. All right, everyone? Done? Khalas. No issue. Perfect. Now, what about section B? How it looks like? Section B, again, there'll be 2 compulsory questions of 25 marks each. Okay? And each question will have 20 technical marks and 5 professional marks. 20 technical marks and 5 professional marks. So again, we need to understand the difference between technical and professional. Moving forward, minimum of 2 professional skills will be tested in section B. Like you saw in section A, all the professional skills will be tested, but in section B, minimum 2 will be tested. So I will again give you clarity about the professional skills as we move on. However, this is important. One question of section B out of 2 will come from syllabus area D that I just showed you earlier, that is performance evaluation, the last area. So one area will come from performance evaluation, the last area. The other question can come from any other area. So that all relates to section B. Now, as I said, it's a 3-hour 15 minutes exam, which means 195 minutes you have to solve 100 marks. So approximately you have 1.95 minutes per mark. This is very important from time management perspective. But what I do, I make this a bit more challenging. I make this a bit more challenging by reducing this for the people, by mentioning this again and again, that you keep in your mind that you have 1.8 minutes per mark, which means you think you have 3 hours to solve the exam. Having this mindset helps you to be a bit faster in the paper, because I want you to complete the exam. Another reason is, why do I want you to complete the exam? Because if you complete the paper, then only you have chance, then only you have chance, then only you have chance that you grab complete professional marks. Because professional marks are free marks for you. Free marks for you. So completion of the entire paper opens up the possibility that you can grab the professional marks, because you solve complete paper, and on that complete answer or paper you get professional marks completely. Okay, so that's why I will make the target a bit tough for you people. Even though you have 1.95, but I'll give you 1.8. A very interesting story about this, as I always keep on repeating that, come on, you have 1.8 minutes every time in all my sessions. So I just received a feedback very recently from one of the students, and that student mentioned that I did my paper in the examination, I did complete the paper considering 1.8 minutes per mark, and once I completed the paper, I still had 15 more minutes left. It's a true story. Why is that? And she did the exam, okay? This is all after the exam, right? So she came to me and she messaged me and said, why was that? I told her that, see, that was my trick. Exam was for 3 hours, 15 minutes. And the way I constantly feed this in your head throughout the session, so people do remember 1.8, 1.8. They rush, they complete it, they have still time in the end that they can review the question or answer paper. Plus, more importantly, they complete the paper on time, so it works well. And I like this story definitely. It's a real story. Okay, so done, clear. Now let's discuss what professional skills are. And as I said in previously, that in section A there will be 10 professional skill marks, and in section B there will be 10 again marks, dividing between the two questions of 25 marks each, like 5 marks. So altogether 20 professional marks will be awarded to you if you complete 80 technical marks. If you complete 80 technical marks, that's a good one. It's a good deal, honestly. 20 technical marks, sorry, 20 professional marks if you complete 80 technical marks. So first of all, What are those 4 professional skills that we are talking about? Communication, analysis and evaluation, skepticism, and commercial acumen. Okay, commercial acumen. Now, these are the 4 skills that you have to keep in your mind for the examination perspective. Now, what is communication? The way you present your answer, the way you communicate with the board of directors. And let me tell you, this skill of communication is only valid for section A, for 50-mark question, okay? For the first 50-mark question. This skill won't be tested in section B, because in section A you are required to write a report, and that report pertains to 50 marks. So in that report, communication skills is tested. So it deals with, number 1, how you're presenting a report, like to, from, date, subject, introduction paragraph. Not only this, plus the tone of your answer, use of language and the jargons. You are writing this to board of directors. So very important thing, effectiveness of communication. Effectiveness of communication is very important, which means you are answering what was required to be answered. See, it's a professional world. If board of director, now come on, board of director is not an operational manager, okay? If he's saying you do this and you don't follow it, so he'll be like, pathetic consultant you are. Like, for example, he said, I need 2 suggestions, and if you're giving 3 suggestions, you're stupid. So following the requirements, in your answer overall also comes part of communication, effectiveness of communication. So yeah, the format, to, from, date, subject, blah, 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 blah is important. Your answer, overall, how you've written the answer in form of paragraph, use of headings, subheadings, fine. All are part of communication. Along with effectiveness of communication means you are answering what is needed to be answered. Okay. This pertains to section A only. Now the other 3 will be tested in any area. A, B. In A, all 4 are tested. In B, out of the 3 remaining, all the 3 may be tested, or any 2 will be tested. All the 3 will be tested, or any 2 will be tested. Okay. Now the question is, exactly what is analysis and evaluation? There are 2 words. One, analysis. Okay. One, analysis. Second, evaluation. So what analysis means? Finding out the facts. There might be data given to you, using the data, drilling out, finding out the facts, okay, by using the data. So this is analysis. And once you have analyzed it, found out the facts, found out the information by using the data, you can conclude better, you can evaluate better. So when the word evaluate comes, it means looking at the positive sides, looking at the negative sides, how well you have done that. Balance is important. How well you have achieved the balance of positive and negative is very important. How well you are able to extract the information given in the scenario from positive perspective and from negative perspective is evaluation. Professionalism means they are testing your skill set, how well you have done this work. How well you are able to figure out the positives and negatives and then conclude accordingly is analysis and evaluation. Done. Khalas. Skepticism. Questioning attitude. Can't rely on the provided information only. You need to question, you need to challenge certain statements. If some statement is given by the board of director, some statement is given by the production manager, the operational manager, it's not that you will say, okay, because the the production manager is mentioning this, this must be a true information. No. Raising questions, challenging things, cannot just rely on what is provided to us, is skepticism. I do agree, this skill is not tested in such a significant way as it is tested in AAA exam, but here some areas you need to have skepticism in your mind. Followed by last one, and a very important one, is commercial acumen. Commercial acumen for a consultant is heart in a body. Heart in a body. Analysis evaluation is brain in a body. Very crucial. Okay. Communication is how you dress and present yourself, how you speak. Right. So commercial acumen is heart in a body. That is, you have to consider that whatever you are mentioning is achievable, is relatable, has the commercial sense for the organization or not. If it doesn't have the commercial sense, it is not relatable, it is not relevant to the business situation, it's useless. In this commercial acumen, you have to look at the business internal capabilities, like what strength business has, what weaknesses business has. You have to look at the external environment where it is operating. What opportunities do you have? What threats they are facing? SWOT analysis. Okay. So commercial acumen wants you to consider the external environment and internal capability, and then advise your client, suggest your client. Doctor, you go to the health doctor, health consultant, you are there, I am there, we both are there, we both went to the doctor one by one. Just imagine when we both came out and we both met each other and we were like, he just gave us the same solution. Medication was same. He gave heart medicine to both of us. Whereas I was the heart patient and the other one had some leg issue or brain issue. Commercial acumen means according to the need of the patient, health condition, you have to come up with suggestions, recommendation according to their business needs, their health condition, their body requirements. If I can bear a heavy medicine, maybe you cannot. Your health doesn't allow you. Commercial acumen, practical suggestions, achievable suggestions, relatable suggestions, relevant for the business is important. Relevant for the business is important. Okay? So this is commercial IQ. So these are the 4 skills. Now, how will you able to grab these 20 marks, which I always say are free marks? For me, it's like buy 80 technical marks and get 20 for free. But I said buy 80 complete technical mark means complete the paper. Complete the paper. If you are able to complete the paper, complete 80 technical marks, you have the chance to grab 20 professional marks in your pocket. Buy 80, get 20 free. Because you are answering in such a professional way, you are demonstrating good communication skills. You are writing a good report with a proper format. Whatever you are writing, you are using the right jargons, right language. You are answering mostly what is required in the question. In your entire answers, wherever the data was given to you, you did use the data, you tried to come up with some facts. Like, for example, customers are happy, customers are not happy, numbers are going up, numbers are going down. And based on that, you consider the positive things in the business, negative thing in the business. You did that in a balanced way. Then, whenever areas that were fishy, some statements were given by the board of directors, you challenge those statements. You are not relying on those statements. And whatever advice, suggestions you are giving throughout the answer are considering the business situation, their need, external environment, and are value adding for the business. If this is what you have maintained throughout your answers, you get 20 free professional marks. There is nothing to be separately justified for them. You don't have to speak loud. See, this is acumen what I've written. See, this is analysis what I've. No, your answer itself will reflect professionalism, and you will get the professional marks. And this is what I will teach you, question by question, question by question. The more the questions we do, the more we learn. For me, solving the questions is completing the knowledge. And the rehearsal of that knowledge will be on the day of exam for me. That's it. Not before that. Not in mocks, not before that. Not in assignments. For me, the more you practice, the more you learn. The more you solve questions you do, the more you learn. That's it. Khalas. So these are the professional marks that I was talking about. Now, I want you to understand some key verbs that are used in the question, and I will try to connect these verbs with the technical marks that you need to take into account or you need to write, and how those technical marks will give you free professional marks. So this is a very good discussion, very interesting one. What key verbs will be tested? That will give you the guidance about the technical marks to be tested in the paper, and hence the professional marks. Verbs. What are verbs? What are verbs? Everybody knows about the verbs. There are different verbs that are tested in the paper, like evaluate, justify is a verb, assess is a verb, suggest is a verb, describe is a verb, discuss is a verb, apply is a verb, analyze is a verb, explain is a verb, briefly describe is a verb. In your earlier studies, or when you were at the skill level, these low level verbs were tested more. But now then, when you are in the professional area, professional papers, high level verbs will be tested, like you can see suggest, evaluate, assess, and all. Okay? Because I always say my students that, see, whenever you read the question requirement, and I do this a lot, okay? Whenever you read a requirement, always find verbs and objects. Okay? Now it could be one verb or multiple verbs, one object or multiple objects. So always when you are reading the question, find out verbs and objects. For example, evaluate the usefulness of ABC costing for for paint manufacturing company. Okay. So what is the verb here? Evaluate. What is the object? ABC? No. Usefulness of ABC is the object. Usefulness of ABC is the object. Okay. Evaluate is the verb. Now here you will get technical marks if you've done evaluation for usefulness. So the object is usefulness. Now, usefulness means what? Usefulness, considering you, considering me, considering general businesses, considering paint company, the one that is mentioned. Yes. So to understand their situation, read the scenario, read like a consultant, think like a consultant. So you will read the scenario like a consultant to find out what is the business situation, what sort of business they are doing when it comes to ABC. So you will look at what is their mixture of overheads and direct cost, in what environment they are working. Is it human work based or machine based? Are overheads more or less? So you understand the situation, and once you understand the situation, you get to understand whether we have to use ABC or not, activity based costing or not. So for usefulness, what you do, you find out the positives in the scenario, that okay, this paint manufacturing company is producing products that are machine based, that are very much machine based, okay, requires too much of machine based environment, plus are complex products, okay, plus they make a wide range of products. So this is all written in the scenario. Now if they are making wide range of products, complex products, too much of machine usage is there, these are positive points for the use of ABC. These are positive points for the use of ABC. So you will write, okay, see, these are the positive ones for the use of ABC, and because you have to evaluate, you have to find out certain negatives if there are. So you will see certain points, like for example, the people working in the organization are old people, they use old system, they are not very trained. So these are the negatives, like skill set is not there, it is a system where automation is not there, information system is an old one, which means you need to train them, they will resist to learn things. These are negatives. Okay. Now, the way you came up with the positives, mentioning that these are useful for ABC, and negatives by mentioning that, see, these will be the bottlenecks. These will be the bottlenecks. These will be the bottlenecks for the use of ABC. So if you have done this in a balanced way, in a proper way, you get technical marks. Yeah, you will get technical. For example, it's a section B question, so you'll get 20 technical marks for the evaluation that you did, for coming up with the points, finding the points in the scenario. But at the same time, if all this has been done in a balanced way, your evaluation was a balanced assessment of positive negatives, and through which you came to the conclusions. If there was some data given to you, you did use some calculations as a supporting work, you will get free marks under the heading of analysis evaluation on top of the technical marks. Khalas. It's not at all difficult. You are targeting technical marks and you are getting a gift in form of professional marks. That is why I say buy 20, get 5 free in section B. Buy 40, get 10 free in section A. So it's all about the practice work. understanding and practicing, and you'll be able to do it. No special effort to be made for this. Follow technical marks. Ensure you are writing according to the business situation and you will get you will get you will get what you want. Okay, done. Another question: advise with justifications. Advise with justifications. The use of business process re-engineering for XYZ business. Okay. Now, you are required to advise, this is the verb, with justification, this is also the verb. What? The usability of BPR is the object. BPR is the object for an aeroplane business. For an aeroplane business. You know, exciting is APM, different business industries you look at. That's why I say this paper makes you solid. Now, advise with justification. Why BPR is useful or why it is not useful. Now, when you have to justify something, what you do? You need to bring evidence. You need to bring evidence. You need to bring the reasoning for it. You need to bring the reasoning and evidence for it. As I always give the example, that if you want a car from your organization and they say, okay, why do you need a car? So you will justify. They say, justify the need of car. And you are like, I'll be on time. I'll be more efficient. There is a lot of traffic when I come to the office. I get exhausted. I can work more efficiently. You are coming up with solid evidences that will work so well and give the reader the impression that, see, wow, I will benefit from giving him the car. Giving him car is not helping him, but it's helping my business. So you have solid evidences behind it. Justify and then advise. Yes, it seems worth it to give car to the employees. Yes, it seems worth it to give share-based options to employees. Yes, it is worth it to set pay-related, performance-related pays for the employees. So your advice will have support behind it and you will get technical marks. The more the support, the more the evidences from the scenario, the more you get technical marks. And if those advice, the advice that you give is achievable for them, practical for them, relevant to their business needs, you gave the advice, achievable, practical, they can do this thing, they have the system, they have the skill set to, for example, implement BPR. They have the systems to use BPR. They have the skill set to use BPR. They have internal capabilities to implement BPR. And if externally many competitors are also doing it, so you will advise, come on, do it, go with BPR. So your advice, if it is practical, relevant, achievable, you get technical marks, as well as you will get marks under the heading of commercial acumen. That you considered the business situation, that you considered the practicality aspect, their internal capabilities, external environment. Your suggestions would be worth it. Your advices would be worth it. So technically you are scoring the marks. As a free fund, you are getting commercial acumen marks. That is why I say it's easy, it's simple. What you have to do, just keep this in your mind. Complete the paper, try to fulfill the requirements, try to write answer according to requirements. So my friends, that is why I say this paper is useful. This paper is the only paper in ACCA that builds your understanding of non-financials. Throughout ACCA, the focus has been on financial numbers. Let's pick up SBR, financial accountant, AFM, financial management, audit, checking the financial statements, taxation, working financial, using financial numbers for taxation calculations. Where are non-financials? Where is customer satisfaction? Where is internal business efficiency improvement? Where is future development of the business? Where is customer satisfaction? Where is employee satisfaction? APM. I always say APM makes you a business consultant or makes you a business owner. It makes you a business consultant, you consult other businesses, or it makes you an entrepreneur. It makes you an entrepreneur because you, as a business owner, will want to consider all the aspects of financial and non-financial. And if you are a good entrepreneur, so you will hire a very high salary based chartered accountant, SBR. You will hire a very good finance manager, AFM. You will hire a very good tax consultant for your tax matters, ATX. And as a statutory requirement, you will hire an auditor to audit your financial statements, AAA. So who you are? You are a business owner. You are a consultant or a business owner who is the employer employing these people in your organization. Just imagine if we skip the boss and we look at the employees. Is it worth it? Best choice, best decision. Just stick to it. Forget about passing ratios. AAA, APM has the same passing ratio. Forget about passing ratios. Just see, does this paper makes commercial sense to you? Commercial acumen? Will this be useful in the industry where you will work tomorrow? Do you want to work at the strategic level? Yes, it will help. Do you want to do your own business? Yes, this will help. Along with SBL, APM is a deadly combination. Things are not in my hand, otherwise I would have made this a compulsory paper. So this is what APM offers. So the choice that you have made is an excellent one. Is still confused? Forget it, grab it. All right then. Now comes how we, Maniya, VIFHE will teach you. See, we teach everyone in a professional way. In short, I can say we care for you people. So at VIFHE, you will be getting recorded sessions. Recorded sessions. Now, what recorded sessions are you talking about, Rizwan Maniya? See here. Like it? Animated lectures, animations. Just imagine learning a concept through visualization. Two Rizwan Maniyas here. See? Ice creams, clouds, tea, raining. So when I explain you a concept through visualization, Just imagine what next level concepts you will be having then. Animated lectures. Followed by live classes. Followed by live classes. So every week we'll be having live sessions. You, me, we will be interacting with each other one-on-one. We'll have interaction one-on-one like this. Your webcams will be open. My webcams will be open. We'll talk to each other in person. So these live classes will give you the opportunity to meet me, to ask questions, and the more important thing is practice, 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 practice. So in these live classes, I will solve questions. And how? Very simple. We'll give you planners. You will be given with planners. You will be given with weekly targets. You will cover those targets. And once you are done with the targets, you will come to the live classes. You will take the live sessions. We'll practice together. I will demonstrate commercial acumen skill, analysis, evaluation. Slowly, gradually, we'll build up the knowledge. So these live classes are crucial with the plans to be achieved weekly, and those weekly plans are not out of the box plans. Very simple, not out of the box plans. Anybody studying 2.5 to 3 hours a day can manage it. And this is what, come on, is expected. Followed by e-notes. VIFHE offers reading materials. These will include detailed notes. These will include summarized notes. All will be very useful for your exam preparation. Okay? TTA model. T-T-A. First T, test yourself questions will be given to you on the portal that will build your confidence with slowly, gradually, will allow you to test yourself. All will be done using testing platform. From day one, we will be using testing platform similar to ACCA, so that you get used to the CB environment, you get used to the software, and using all those, you'll be giving weekly assignments. Weekly assignments. 6 assignments will be given to you after every live class that you will submit. We will mark, give you the feedback. Slowly, gradually, we will prepare you for exams. Because after this, you will be ready for mocks. There will be 2 mocks. One will be a live mock with live invigilation, remotely done. We will mark the mock, give you the feedback. I'll conduct a live debrief session for you, followed by a complimentary mock with complimentary debrief. And that's not the end. In the last month, we will be having a grand revision at the end. Yes, revision. Last month will be all about revision. Other than the live classes I just talked about, you will have 15 to 20 hours live classes in the last month, where I will be revising the knowledge-based stuff, plus more practice. VIFHE is the only institute, or very few I must say, that offers live classes. So in our professional papers, approximately 30 to 35 hours, in fact 40 hours live classes are conducted by our tutors. What else you want? 40 hours live classes for practice other than the recorded sessions. We put a lot of effort. That's why you can see the results. 18 nationwide positions came in September 25 from all the papers that we offered of skills and professionals. 4 for APM, 6 for SBL, 3 for AFM. See, that's the result. Followed by teacher assistants. There will be a team working with me. There is a team that is working with me, the academic team, which includes people who are responsible for tracking your performance, sending you the reminders, giving you the weekly targets. Then a team that will be handling your queries, subject related queries, assignment related matters. Myself, I will be with you till the end, till the last day. You don't know me if you haven't experienced me before. So there's a team working for you, because we don't sell lectures. I always say we care for you. We care for you people. So if you are still hesitant, you're wasting time. Don't be. Come join my APM. See the difference. Contact our support team at this number. Join my batch ASAP and see the difference. Either it is March 25, 26 or June 26, whatever suits you. You will not regret it, inshallah. Plus, do join our free APM global groups as well. My team will share the link with you people in the chat box. Do join the global WhatsApp groups. These are free groups. It's a free global community of APM students. I'm also part of this group. For any help, I'll be there. Last but not the least, being the principal at VIFHE, I would love your feedbacks, suggestions. I would love to give you help, guidance, any help you need. Just message me. I'm one message away. So that's all about the APM session today, guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked it. I hope it was useful. So please, I need your feedbacks. How was the session today? Did you like it? Was it useful? Did you enjoy it? Did the session give you the clarity about this paper, what APM is about? Please, I need your feedbacks in the comment section. It's a modern world with modern Zoom application. Emojis will work here as a feedback. Hearts, like this, hearts, thumbs up, thumbs down, broken hearts. Liked it, everyone? Was the session useful in terms of giving you the clarity about the paper? What will come? How will I teach? Just be chill. Follow the plans. From now, my team along with me will be super, super active in the groups everywhere. We will be giving you the weekly targets. Plans will be shared with you. Just follow it. Be punctual in the live classes. And yes, there is a portal. Once you enroll, you get the portal access. Once you get the portal access, you will go to the portal. You will see a guidance session there. Do watch that guidance session. Let me quickly run through this portal walkthrough in front of you. As you can see here, this is the portal available. Once you enroll, you get into this portal. You can see on one side there are live classes. Here are the live classes. You can see the upcoming live classes. Okay. Okay. You can see the upcoming live classes. Every live class you have to join through the portal. Every live class. See, the dates are written. Complete plan is given from day one. When will be your revision series? When will be the grand revision? When will be the detailed debrief, live practice, orientations, meet and greet session? You will join everything from this live section area. Now, for recorded This is exam success course content. I've named it exam success course content because you will succeed, inshallah. So just use this content here. Everything is given here. Questions, test yourself sections. This is the entire portal you have. Practice questions. Make sure you complete everything. Before you start anything, two things are very important. Guidance session. After you are done with orientation, watch this. This will guide you. This will be the first step how to handle things. Very useful guidance session. We'll explain the portal, the usability of the portal. Plus, then go to the planner. This planner will help you. The targets will be given to you as per the planner. Once you are done with the planner, then you start covering the materials here from mission and vision. Yes, this is the APM reading materials section, very important for you, which includes notes, summarized notes, plus hidden secret for exam theory drafting. It's an article written by me. This will really help you how to draft the answers. Okay, do what smart paper solving technique for APM. I always believe in smart working. Always believe in smart working. Okay. Whatever live classes you will miss, you will go to this section and you will cover, you will see the recordings available here. The recordings of every live class that you missed, you will go here, you will watch the recordings. Last, assignments will be given to you weekly basis. Your final mock, your complimentary mock will be available in this section. So we have a very organized way, and we follow this way. Our team follows this way, and like this you will be able to cover things. This is other resources area where there are articles and all that you can read for your ease. It's mentioned here for articles, any area that you feel you're weak at, you can read that article. And this is how we ensure things. Very important last thing, the first tab is of WhatsApp group. Make sure you join the groups. There are two, announcement and discussion, very crucial for any communication updates. Join these groups. Okay, the rest has been explained to you in the guidance session video. Make sure you watch this video right after this session before you start your studies. The planner and guidance session are key for your exam success. So that's it from my side. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you liked it. I hope this session was fantastic one. It was a good orientation, and I wish best of luck to all of you. With me, with VIFHE, we'll work hard. I'll work hard. Let's work as a team. Let's bring another 5 to 7 position holders in the upcoming attempt. I love position holders. You will become the position holders. Let's bring this list to 50 in the upcoming attempt. Thank you very much. Be safe, be happy, be positive, be energetic, be optimistic, be hardworking. Love us, love VIFHE, work hard and see the results. Thank you very much. Happy face. Bye.